Hello. It is currently 4 a.m. I am tired. I graduate in about, it's almost 5 a.m. So I graduate in about like 6 hours. And you're like, did you pull an all-nighter the night before your graduation? I did. I did because I have free will, and this is, if you know anything about me, this is what my younger self would have wanted. Anyways, I thought we could do a media, update media I've been consuming recently. Kind of my plan for media. I am the type of person who's very goal oriented, and so I need to have a plan for everything. I have OCD, but I'm also type A, and it's kind of hard to if you have OCD, you're probably type A. I'm not stereotyping. I'm being honest. Anyways, so here is everything I'm reading. Everything. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Don't let me forget about talking about. I'll talk about comics first because I forgot to write down comics. I am currently reading the Gotham by Gaslight series. If you don't know, there's 4 in that thing. I'm reading the Age of Kryptonite Age of Kryptonite, something like that, which is the 3rd in the series. I read the first 2 and honestly didn't care for them. The reason I started reading them, I didn't know they existed, is because I watched the Gotham by Gaslight movie, and it's become my entire personality. I'm obsessed with it. I watched it 14 times. I've only had the DVD for a week. I've watched it 14 times. So, I'm obsessed. But the first 2 comics are whatever. I'm loving the 3rd comic. It's so good. I'm really loving Catwoman in it. I actually thought Gotham by Gaslight, the movie, was inspired by this specific comic, but the movie came out in 2018, and this one came out in 2024, so obviously not, but it is very good. They probably took inspiration from the movie. Either way, very good. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's nice to have a comic I'm actually enjoying. So for my, I believe what it's called is a Last Current Next, I think. I always get that name wrong. But for my Last Current Next, I only have one of the books physically. The other 2 books I do not have physically, but I'm not going to put in a photo. You just have to use your imagination. My most recent read was Life and Death, and I hated it. And I have a whole video talking about how much I hate this book and how deeply bad it is, and for context, I am somebody who loved Twilight when I was 17. I devoured the first 3 books, and then I got halfway through Breaking Dawn, and as I like to say, I reached a breaking point. Unfortunate. So, I am going to read the whole series, and at first it was something cute. I was I'm gonna read the whole series because it's a girlhood. Because that's what 17-year-old me would want. It's girlhood. And now it's and then I became I'm gonna read it as a joke. I'm gonna read it as a joke. It's just silly. It's just for fun. And now it's I have a personal vendetta against Edward Cullen, and I'm reading these books for research so I can make a case against him. I'm not typically the type of person to hate read. If I'm not enjoying the book, I'm just not going to read it. I don't find pleasure in trashing on media I don't like. If I know I'm not going to like it, why would I read it? You know? That's how I feel. These are different. I'm not reading these to make a shitty little review on Goodreads and tell everyone it's trash. I'm reading these to build a case. Okay, I have a vendetta, and it's with every male in the Twilight universe. I'm coming for all their asses. I hate every single one of them. It is personal. It runs deep within my soul. I think this book is problematic for young girls. I think it shows codependency in a very unhealthy way, and I think it's bad. And it's to the point where I'm should I even own Twilight merch? Because this book is so deeply unhinged and not in a good way. However, Twilight merch is some of the easiest to thrift, so I keep buying it. It's when I want to buy something, when I crave buying something and don't know what to buy, I just buy Twilight merch. Because if you don't know, something that's super popular right now in 10 years will not be popular unless like made a resurgence, like 2016. But most likely will not be popular, and you'll be able to thrift it super easily. And that's kind of how I am with Twilight. I thrifted this book. I thrifted every single Twilight book. The only damage on this book is my guinea pigs, my sister's guinea pigs ate it, which like I should have let them eat the whole book. So I keep buying Twilight merch. I usually don't buy it firsthand. I bought like couple things firsthand. It was like some shirts that I got from Hot Topic. But I truly like I hate Stephenie Meyer. And like I'm not gonna be the type of person who like writes a really rude review and then tags her in it, obviously, but like I truly think this is like a terrible story for young girls. And I think it's bad. So that's my opinion on that. That's my opinion on that. And if you were to ask me anything else, I actually have a lot to say. But again, I've already filmed like a 40-minute video talking about the depths of my hatred of Life and Death. It is my least favorite book I've read this year. And I'm still going to read the series because, again, I'm collecting evidence. I really want to write like a really well-written essay. The goal is to write like a really good essay and then put it on Substack, and nobody will read it, but I did it. That's what I want to do. So I'm collecting evidence against Edward Cullen. It's a job. It's a full-time job, and I work very hard at it. Anyways, my current read is Legendborn. Hold on, let me search up the author. I always feel bad because I don't know the author. I'm terrible with names. Who wrote Legendborn? How do you say her last name? Tracy Deonn? Is that how you say it? Tracy Deonn. Legendborn. I've heard nothing but great things about this book. It's written by a black author. It has a black main character. I actually picked it up because one of my favorite books I've ever read. It's my second favorite book I read this year. It's almost number one. It's really good. It's Blood Moon by Brittany Lewis. She follows Tracy and Deonn. Is that how you say her last name? She follows her, and she said their books are very similar, and they are, in a way, kind of. It is very good. It's a good book. The only problems I have with it are strictly user error. It's all my fault, and the problem is, I think I read like somewhat complex books. I think I have a good mix of like fun, haha, silly stuff, and then like I Who Have Never Known Men, The Hunger Games. You know, I want to read The Handmaid's Tale pretty soon. Like, I feel like I do a good mixture, if you get what I'm saying. But I haven't read anything super complex. I've had a lot going on emotionally, and I just haven't like wanted to read anything complex. I've been reading a lot of Ali Hazelwood, which I needed a break from. I needed a break from romance. I am not a romance hater. I love romance. It's my most read genre. I have a lot of respect for it. I don't think the genre is mindless and stupid and dumb. I think it has a lot of depth to it. I'm just saying I can't handle anymore. I can't handle anymore. So I know Legendborn, obviously, like, it has a love triangle, which has been fun, but it's not like, it's not a romance. It's not I wouldn't consider it a romantasy. So, again, nothing against romantasies, but it is really fun. It's just a lot more complex than what I'm used to reading, so I really have to focus. I have really good comprehension skills. So, usually I can, like, read a book and daydream at the same time, and, like, think, and, like, that are things that are unrelated to the book while still actively comprehending the book. I cannot do that with this book. I have to focus. It also, like, I don't think it's info dumpy, but if you read fantasy, you know, like, you get a lot of information at once, and there's, like, certain parts you can't zone out for because they're giving you, like, active information that they will call back to multiple times. It's not like they just give you a bunch of information and then they never talk about it again, or at least well-written fantasy. They'll call back to it. So I'm like, oh my god, I have to remember this, It's also an incredibly long book, which, again, that's not a fault of the book. That's fine. It's a fantasy, I get it. It is 19 hours long. Usually I can finish a book in, like, 3 to 7 days is, like, my sweet place. Like, that's how usually, I finish books in, like, 2 days. I can usually finish a book in, like, at most 7 days. I've been reading this book for like over a week now, and I am enjoying it. I also think I'm trying to teach myself the skill of like taking my time with books, and also like reading longer books, because part of the reason I can read books so fast is because like I listen a lot. I do audiobooks. I'm listening to like 9-hour books, 12-hour books, 7-hour books. This is 19 hours, so it's obviously going to take me longer, but I am really enjoying it. I think it's also really fun to, like, have a book, like, I know, and, like, it's not stressful. I don't like starting new books. So I do appreciate that, like, I'm in this. I am enjoying it a lot. Again, it's 4 a.m., so I'm tired. I am enjoying it a lot. I really have no criticism. Again, the only thing, like, I don't like about it is, like, user error, and it's, like, what did I expect? It's a really good book. It's a really good book so far. I really like it. I like the main character. I like all the characters, honestly. I think they're all really well written. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's taking me a while, but I am getting through it. And then my next read, I actually didn't know I was going to read next. I want to read Flowers in the Attic. I forget who wrote it. It's like it's like from like the 80s. And it's the one about two siblings who are super close to each other, but they live in an attic. And I just watch Mandy Rule. The reason I want to read it is because Mandy Rules. I love her. She's my favorite book talker. She did a video explaining the whole thing, full spoilers. You're like, why did you just watch a video full spoilers of a book you wanted to read? I love spoilers. And also, this is a very heavy book. I am very sensitive to abuse against children. For no other reason than I have empathy for children. I'm not saying you don't have empathy for children if you're less sensitive to it. I don't know what happened. One day I woke up as a 19-year-old and suddenly realized children were like just little babies. Like every single person who's under the 18 is like a little baby, and they just need to like be hugged and like told they're doing great and like bake cookies and like have a magical fun life. And I don't think any child deserves to suffer, and I don't think any child should have to go through any hardship whatsoever except like minor inconveniences. I really believe that, and I know like that's not realistic, and I know like that's not the real world, but like in my perfect world, not a single child is going hungry, is being abused, is being physically hurt, mentally hurt, is being tormented in any way. Every child is their biggest gripe is their math homework, and like that's it. That's all they should be going through. I don't know what happened. I don't really hang out with people that much. I'm not very that social. So I don't know if I don't know if it's like a maternal thing. I don't plan to have kids. I truly don't want kids at all. But like, I don't know if it's like everything going on in Gaza. I don't know what it is, but like I woke up and it's not that like I didn't have empathy for children before. It was that I was a child. I'm only 19. And I didn't feel this way when I was 18, but, like, I don't think a lot of people consider 18-year-olds adult. I don't think they consider 19-year-olds adult. I think to a lot of people, I'm still a child. But, like, one day I woke up. This is, like, actually a very complicated thing that I have to discuss with my therapist. This is not the point of the video. But one day I woke up and I was like, children are just little creatures who just need their parents. And, again, I feel like you're infantilizing children. You're stupid. How can you infantilize a child? It's a child. All the child should be worrying about is math homework. And if they have enough money to go to the school dance. That's it. They should be eating corn dogs and grilled cheeses and watching DVDs all day. That's all children should be doing. I don't want children doing anything more intense than that. And if you disagree with me, I'm sorry, I'm questioning you. So, and I knew this was going to be like a scary, again, I sobbed reading Matilda, and that's the farthest I let myself go. I haven't let myself read Sunrise on the Reaping. I reread the Hunger Games trilogy, and Prim and Katniss nearly broke me. I haven't reread Ballad. I don't want to. I haven't read Sunrise on the Reaping because I literally cannot stand to think about little baby children in that scenario. I can't stand it. And the only reason I was able to do it with the Hunger Games is I'm pretty sure that was like my 4th read through. And so, like, I knew everything that was going to happen. I don't know if I can handle a fresh wound. So I knew this book was like going to have topics of child abuse. These kids get so royally fucked over, and the plot twist after plot twist after plot twist is insane. I am so excited to read it. I think I'm going to enjoy it so much. However, I don't think I would be able to enjoy it without knowing everything that was going to happen, because I am very sensitive and I get very attached to my characters in my fictional books, and I cannot handle little babies being hurt. I cannot handle little babies being hurt. Little babies need to be kissed on. Little babies need to be read bedtime stories. Little babies need to be hugged. Little babies should not be stressed out. And these kids are stressed. These kids are being tormented by the literal devil, Satan himself. Because she's a woman. Satan herself. These children, it's not fair. And I do think it will make me violently angry, but I do want to read it. It looks really good. I genuinely think I'm going to enjoy it. I also just desperately need a break from romances. And I'm trying to, I read a thriller, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. I'm trying to find anything that will keep me away from the clutch that is Ellie Hazelwood. I crawl back to her on my hands and knees every single day. So I'm trying to escape that. But yeah, I am sensitive to harm against children. I'm not a mother. I don't have little siblings. I don't plan to be a mother. I'm not menstruating. I don't have periods anymore. I just don't like when little babies get hurt. You need to kiss on little babies. You need to hug on little babies. If you are their parent, obviously. If you are not, don't touch that child. Or like a sibling. That's okay too. Not like flowers in the attic though. Not like flowers in the attic. Don't do that. Little babies deserve to be hugged. I don't think little babies deserve to be tortured. And that's my political hot take. Put that on TikTok, 1,000 people will disagree with me. They will say, I think little babies deserve to be beat. They will. They will. It will happen. This video ever blows up, protect the little babies because they're going to come for their asses. Anyways, I am 19. I know I look prepubescent, but I promise I am a woman. Anyways, okay. I'm a woman. Okay. I'm watching 4 TV shows. You're like, why are you watching 4 TV shows? Here's what happened. I actually talk about this a lot, so I'm gonna kind of speed through this. My first TV show I started watching this year was 2012 TMNT. It is so out of focus. Right, okay. I watched it growing up, and then I stopped at about season 4, and then I watched it when I was 16 after I went through a very traumatic lesbian breakup. We've all been there. We all had a traumatic lesbian breakup at 16. And so I turned to the Ninja Turtles, and then I stopped watching it season 4, and then I had another traumatic, not lesbian breakup. I am bisexual. I can go both ways. And they're both traumatic. I'm no longer dating, if you're asking. If you're wondering, I'm not. After another traumatic life experience, I turned back to the Ninja Turtles, and it's been really fun. I'm on season 4. They're in space, except here's a fun little fact about the Ninja Turtles. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this. Master Splinter dies. And my dad recently got into, like, an accident. And, like, there wasn't, like, any moment where I was like, he could have died. Well, there wasn't any moment where I thought he was going to die. There wasn't, like, a moment where I was like, I don't know if he'll make it at all. But there definitely was moments where I'm like, I could have been an orphan. I have a single parent. I was raised by a single parent. My dad is all I have. And that was really scary. So to watch my little turtle babies, again, I don't like children being harmed. Those are my little turtle babies. To watch them lose their only father in a horrific way. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. So it's on a brief hiatus. My goal is, after I finish basically all three of the TV shows I'm watching besides Ninja Turtles, I will start watching Ninja Turtles again, and then I like doing 2 TV shows at once, so I'll also, like, have another TV show to do. Okay. I also watched Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I finished that last month in June. It was really good. Really good. Really recommend that. It was my second time watching it. So, the TV shows I'm currently watching, the only one I'm not watching, every single one I'm watching on DVD, except Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay is a new TV show. The reason I got hooked to it, like, the reason I got interested is my sister watched a Moist Critical video where he compared it to Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which is one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies. So, obviously, I had to watch it. I'm only on episode 3. It's good, though. It's good. But the other 2 I'm watching on DVD, one I'm watching through the library, and the other one I am watching... I bought it. Yes, I did. So, the library one, I'm actually going to have to finish this. I'm going to the library Friday, and I'm going to have to return it because it's due Tuesday, but, like, I'm not going to make another trip to the library by then, so I'm going to have to finish this by Friday. So, what I'm thinking is I'll, like, okay, let me just show you it. Yes, I'm watching Gravity Falls. This is not my first time watching this. This is not my second time watching this. It's my 3rd time watching it. Watched it the whole time growing up. It came out in 2012. Similar to TMT. It came out in 2012. I was 5. And I watched, this is one I watched all the way through. I remember watching, like, many of these episodes as a child. And then I rewatched it for the first time in 2024. And then I just needed something fun and light. Because my dad got in an accident, and I just needed something fun. And so I started watching Gravity Falls, and I'm almost done. I'm on episode 15, so I have 1 disc left. These are what the discs look like in this season. These are what the discs look like. So it has Wendy, Susan, Bill, and then this is like the extra stuff. But I just have this, which I'm pretty sure has like 6 episodes. So I'm going to watch this. I want to do it all in one night. I think that would be fun. I, hot take, don't like the ending of Gravity Falls. I don't think it's a bad ending. I don't think it's poorly written. I'm the type of person that will, like, much prefer, like, with TV shows I love. Not with TV shows, like, I'm okay with. But, like, with TV shows I love, I much prefer 100, like, plotless episodes where nothing really happens. It's just the characters having fun. Than, like, actual plot. That's just me. That's not a critique on the show. I also don't like Bill. I know, hot take, the gays are going to come for me. The non-binary gays, AFAB non-binary gays are going to come for me. I don't like Bill. I think he's boring. I don't like him. Again, I don't think he's a bad character. I don't think he's poorly written. Some people are suckers for characters like Bill. Like, evil little gay fucks. And that's just not me. That's just not who I am as a person. I don't like him. He pisses me off. Greatly. So I don't enjoy those episodes. Weirdmageddon, I really don't enjoy. Also, everyone's fighting. Why is everyone fighting? Can you guys just get along? Can this family just get along for once? That's how I kind of feel. So I do think finishing this all in one night is the move. I do think I'm gonna enjoy this. I really do. I'm excited for it. I don't like the ending. But it's not like the ending ruins the show. I also don't like the Mystery Incorporated ending, but I think that's a bad ending. Like, I genuinely think that was poorly written. Love the show. Didn't ruin the show, but I do think it's a poorly written ending. This is a really well-written ending. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And that's okay. And we're allowed to disagree. And if you're like, it's a masterpiece, it probably is. I just still don't like it. But I am excited to watch this. I'm excited to finish it. I love the feeling of finishing a show. There's nothing quite as good as finishing a TV show. It feels so good. And I was supposed to finish this a while ago. This was just supposed to be something I could watch quickly. Until it starts stressing me out, because if you are somebody who has a sibling, Stan and Forge relationship will break you. So, yes. And then my next thing that I'm going to focus on after I finish Gravity Falls, Widow's Bay is just, I'm watching it with my sister, so I don't really choose when I watch it. And then after I finish this next TV show, I'm going to start focusing on TMNT again and, like, pick another TV show. I'm not letting myself pick a TV show until at least I finish Gravity Falls and Batman Beyond. until I finish those TV shows, I cannot watch another TV show. However, I was, and what do you would think of me rewatching the first season of Minecraft Diaries by Aphmau? I usually write reviews on the media I watch, which what takes me longer because I have to sit down and write a review, and like pay attention to the show. I'm not gonna do that for this because Minecraft Diaries is trash. However, I do think like I've run out of things to watch on YouTube. There's nothing good to watch on YouTube. I've hit drought with YouTube. So I do think it would be really funny if I just started watching Minecraft Diaries. I don't know. I'm soft launching that with you. This is one of my favorite TV shows ever. I just watched this. This is my first time watching it. This is my first watch show. I'm also on episode 15. I love this. I think it's so fun. I think it's one of the coolest concepts for a Batman TV show. If you are somebody who just wants to watch Batman, this isn't for you. This isn't about Batman. This is about Terry. I don't know how to say his last name. McGinnis? This is about Terry McGinnis. He is the next Batman. In this universe, Batman was like super old. He's like 1,000,000 years old. He's like on the verge of death. And basically everyone in Batman's life is like 1,000,000 years old now. And so he is Batman now. But like he works with Bruce. And it's really good. It's also like super futuristic. I am usually not into sci-fi. I'm not a sci-fi girl. I don't know why I've been watching so much. I love Batman and I love Ninja Turtles. Both of those are very heavily sci-fi. I don't like sci-fi. I don't know what's going on with me. This is very good. This is a very good show. I know it got canceled, so I don't know how it ends. But it's also pretty short. The longest season is season 2 with 26 episodes, and there's only 3 seasons. And every other season, the other 2 seasons have only 13 episodes. So I believe that's like 52 episodes. You could probably binge this. I'm also so happy to have it on DVD. I actually have the first season separately, but then I saw this for $20 at Walmart, and I was like, so incredibly excited. I'm now going to talk about movies I've recently watched, and then movies I want to watch. So, for movies I recently watched, I watched this 14 times. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I talk about this movie so fucking much. And it's not like I'm tired of talking about it. I think people are tired of hearing about it. So, moving on. I watched these 2 movies for movie night the other night, and it was really fun, really enjoyable. If you can't tell, I love children's media. Not with books I read. I know Legend Board is YA, but I don't usually read like any children's media, but I love like animated children's media. I really do. I watched Muppet Treasure Island. This was a rewatch. I watched this for the first time last year, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite Muppets movies. I love the Muppets. They're so cute. I want to watch all their movies, but I want to watch them all on DVD, and they're harder to find on DVD. They're really hard to thrift, so I kind of have to these are both from my local library, so I kind of just have to use what the library offers. But this was really fun. Really enjoyed this. The Miss Piggy and Kermit subplot is the best part of the movie. And then I watched this fuck-ass movie, which is Batman Family Matters. It's a Lego Batman movie, and it's Jason Todd's the main villain. Here's the thing. I love Lego Batman. And I love when Lego Batman, like, just blatantly makes fun of the Batman characters. I think it's so funny. This movie shit on Dick Grayson so much. It was incredible. However, the fact, and I know, like, this, it's so hypocritical of me to be like, you're allowed to make fun of Bitch Boy Dick and Bitch Boy Bruce, but you talk about my baby Jason? But they, instead of, like, doing, and again, it's a children's movie, they're obviously not going to do, like, the actual Jason Todd narrative, but instead of, like, the real Jason Todd narrative where he gets beat to death by a crowbar, they made Jason a gamer who was gaming too much, and he wouldn't go on patrol with Bruce, and so he left the family, and then was convinced Bruce abandoned him. And the Dick Grayson jokes were funny, but that's too far. How dare you? This also had Harvey Dent, Two-Face in it. I love Two-Face. He's my favorite Batman villain, so I really enjoyed that. But am I a hypocrite? Yes, but I'm willing to admit it. Okay. This is my only other library DVD. It's The Dark Crystal. I've heard nothing but chaotic things about this movie. I know this from the Odd Ones Out movie review he did that I watched as a child. I'm so excited to watch this. I can't wait. This is another one I'm gonna have. Oh, I'm gonna have to do either the Gravity Falls. I'll probably do this tonight. I'm gonna do this tonight after my graduation. I'm gonna do this. I am excited. I'm so excited for this. And these next one are from my personal collection, Princess Bride. I really want to watch more like girly pop movies. If you can't tell, a lot of my interests are like really male dominated, which like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like having male dominated interests. But I am a girl. And this is not me saying girls can have male dominated interests. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I want to connect to my femininity. I want to like do girly stuff. And I think it's really fun when like a girl's a girly girl and she's super passionate about like rom-coms and like romance books. Like I think that's adorable. I think that's adorable and I think that's beautiful and I think we should celebrate that. So I want to watch more of this. I've watched this movie countless times. It's a really good movie. I really like it. Okay, I recently bought this one. Son of Batman. All I know about this is Dick Grayson is in it, and I watched an edit of like Son of Batman, but every time Dick Grayson shows up, Sexy Back plays, and that's all I needed to know. Obviously, Sexy Back doesn't play in the movie, but I'm excited to see Bitch Boy Dick. Anyways, that's everything. I'm gonna put everything away and then I'm gonna end the video. Okay, that is everything I am currently consuming or planning to consume. Shout out to physical media. Shout out to the library.